What is up, Renaissance crew? I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, today I'm going to be getting into a video. Hold on a second, let me turn my screen a little bit. So, today we're going to be getting into a video, not just today. Today we're going to be reacting to a ton of scary themed videos because as of right now, it is the day before Halloween, Spooktober, everybody knows. And I want to try to celebrate the scariness of Halloween before Halloween starts. You know, to give you guys a chance to go out and trick-or-treat and stuff if you still do it. If you're an adult and you go trick-or-treating, that's all cool. Just make sure that your costume is the baddest in the entire neighborhood. Don't be a grown-ass man or grown-ass woman going out there trick-or-treating in some generic-ass stuff. I mean, we need cosplay level of quality here. Anyway, this video is called Jason Voorhees vs. Michael Myers Total War. This was done by Rewind Rumble. I think I've heard of this video. I've never seen it before. And the reason I'm looking this up is because I'm currently subscribed to a channel called Life's Biggest Questions. And on that channel, they just recently did a video called Michael Myers vs. Freddy. Now, they didn't really go too much into statistics. It was more so of a biased opinion based on the narrator's love for Halloween movies. So in that video, Michael Myers ended up coming out the winner. And I was thinking there had to be somebody out there that's done this video and like looked more at it from an analytical standpoint and analyzed everything that makes the characters good and not good and come up with an actual rational outcome. So I went to this because somebody in the comment section of that video recommended Rewind Rumble, and I want to see exactly what it has to offer. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and hopefully it's better than the death battle stuff. Not that I have a problem with death battle, it's just sometimes their stats tend to be wrong. Oh, All Might vs. Mr. Incredible. That's cool. They had Garnet from the chick from Ruby. What's that? Brawley versus Asuka. I'm gonna have to check out more of their videos. This is the first time I've actually seen their stuff.
Good horror film. Well, maybe not everyone, but there definitely is an audience for it. From slashers to monsters, aliens to predators, and
okay, I've never seen the Evil Dead series, but I've noticed on videos like this they always have Ash with like the killers and stuff. Isn't he like the protagonist? Even though he looks unique, I mean, is he someone that you would throw in this fight? This seems like the villains of the movies.
even a creepypasta character has made it onto the mainstream big screen. While these types of characters share many similarities, they all have something unique and special about them that sets them apart from the crowd of horror antagonists. But which of these horror icons will survive the night? Today, we find that out. Today, we rewind Rumble.
Why does Michael Myers like a SNK character?
This horror free-for-all consists of 8 different horror characters. These include Freddy Krueger, the Xenomorph Queen, Pinhead, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, the Predator, Ash Williams, and Slenderman. Now, before anyone says that Slenderman isn't
Pinhead's power is crazy.
Don't forget that dreadful Slenderman movie that came out back in August of 2018. As such, we will only be using feats from the movie and not the collection of creepypasta documents or games. With all that in mind, let's break down each member. Jason Voorhees was born in the small town of Crystal Lake on June 13th, 1946.
Alright, let's pause it real quick and get a chance to look at this screen. So, Jason kills Freddie Murphy when I said Freddie Mercury. I will be reacting to a Freddie Mercury video later on today. Jason Voorhees kills Michael Myers when it comes to strength. They're matched in speed. Looks like Jason's just a slight notch ahead of him. Intelligence, they're about the same. Power, they're about the same. Fighting skill, they're about the same. Now, the other video said that Michael Myers is a little bit of a better fighter than Jason, whereas Jason is just more of a behemoth. They say Michael Myers, I guess they said he studied fighting from watching Bonanza movies or something. I don't know if that was a joke or not. It's possible it could have been, but I never heard anything about that in like the movies. It could have been in one of those, what are they called? Sequel cash grabs. So Jason beats him in durability, and Michael Myers beats him a little bit in agility. So look, based on the stats, I would say Jason has the edge.
To Elias and Pamela Voorhees, Jason was afflicted with severe facial deformities, an abnormally large head, and mental disabilities. Jason's mass murders began in the summer of 1984 when he learned of a new group of teenagers occupying the nearby picnic lodge. Determined to destroy the trespassers, he began to watch the group closely and stalk them to their death. Jason is very tough to put down as he survived gunshots and stab wounds with ease. Even hanging him isn't enough to keep him down for good. He is very skilled at using his machete, and he's strong enough to rip off people's limbs and decapitate his foes with a single punch. Next up, we have Michael Myers. As a 6-year-old child, Michael was admitted into a psychiatric hospital for murdering his older sister Judith Myers. After nearly 15 years of captivity, Myers broke out of the asylum and for 23 years hunts down the rest of his family to kill them. On top of his superhuman strength and expertise in the art of killing, Michael is not one who would be accepted into hell, making him technically immortal. He's lifted entire tombstones, stabbed through many people before, and his body count is up there in the 80s. Moving on, we have Freddy Krueger. Frederick Charles Krueger was essentially born in an insane asylum. His mother Amanda was a nun who worked at the asylum taking care of the patients as...
Alright, looks like they got more than just Freddy versus, or Jason versus Michael. Let's see. Freddy Krueger. Okay, based on this, Freddy Krueger loses in every single category against Slender Man. Like, across the board. I'm guessing this doesn't... it says something right here. It says, this graph is not relative to other characters, nor relative to canon units. It is only displayed for visual entertainment. Okay, so I guess they're not really taking it too seriously. But I'm guessing if they were talking about in the dream world, Freddy would probably have a much higher statistics.
As an adult, Freddy had raised a daughter with his loving wife. However, behind that peaceful facade was a horrific desire for vengeance for all the abuse and bullying that took place during his childhood. Though Freddy may be at his best in the dream world, which this battle will not be including, he's still a powerful force in his own right. He's able to kill people with ease, and his skeleton alone took on 2 grown men with shotguns. He's even held his own against Jason in the past, though his biggest flaw is his fear of fire. And now for movie Slender Man, and the scariest thing about movie Slender Man might actually be his Rotten Tomatoes score. And now that I think about it, movie Slender Man might not actually be a horror film character, he just might be a horrible film character. Get it? Alright, I'll move on. But
I'll give you points for that.
It's not like Creepypasta Slender Man was a developed character to begin with. Anyway, movie Slender Man is very similar to Creepypasta Slender Man, with his ability to teleport, and at the beginning of the film we see him easily toppling a tree, and he can use his tentacles to lift and suffocate humans, though he hasn't shown any impressive durability feats, but he is described to be made out of bioelectricity in the film, something unique to the film. Next, we have the Xenomorph Queen. And
this looks like...
the Queen is the largest...
That Slender Man movie looks like they tried to do a 80s movie now. Like, it looks like they intentionally went out of their way to make it look like an 80s movie. Kind of like how you see a lot of games nowadays trying to pay homage to the 16-bit era. So there's a lot of games with that, with those graphics and stuff like that.
And most intelligent female. At roughly 20 feet tall, the Queen is tasked with regulating the Xenomorph hive. She has the ability to launch acid, has enhanced senses, and regeneration. The Queen can easily survive many rounds of gunfire and has impressive strength. After describing the alien, it's only natural to bring up the Predator. The Yachua Predator is technically an alien too, as the species originates from a planet known as Yachua Prime. The Predators are an extraterrestrial race of warriors and hunters who travel the galaxy seeking dangerous quarries to hunt for sport and honor. While they do live in nomadic tribes, they are a highly advanced race and possess dangerous technology to help with their efforts. Their common arsenal includes the likes of a combi stick, net gun, plasma caster, and smart disc. Moving on, we have Ash Williams. Before all the madness, Ash Williams was just your average S-Mart employee and casual ladies man. But then he and his friends took a small vacation to an abandoned cabin in the woods. Yup, it's the abandoned cabin cliche. We all know where this is going. Ash was confronted by a recorded incantation that released demonic spirits possessing all of his friends. This forces Ash to kill everyone he loves with various cabin equipment out of self-defense. His most iconic weapon, of course, is his chainsaw and boomstick gun. And last but not least, we have Pinhead.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Who are we calling Pinhead? Well, Elliot Spencer, that's who. Elliot at first was just a normal human, a soldier, and suddenly out of the blue, he was abducted by an extra-dimensional order of demons known as the Cenobites. Soon after, he became leader of these demons and was known as Pinhead. His abilities include electric manipulation, element manipulation, teleportation, and size manipulation. His greatest strength is also his greatest weakness.
I've never seen the, what movie series was he from? Yeah, I've never seen the Pinhead movies. Is it something that I should invest in? At this point in my life, I have never seen it. So is it something I should go back and check out? Or is it something that I can kind of get away with not seeing?
Which is the Lamet configuration box. He can use it to manipulate the world around him, or it can be used to destroy him by reverting him back to human form.
And now, let's get ready for the fight. This battle will take place on Earth, and remember, there is no prep time.
Once that circumstance bar has finally loaded, it's time to rewind rumble.
Damn. Alright. Now, is that supposed to be Jason, or is that the guy from the Slaughterhouse or Splatterhouse games? Damn. This has me excited. They need to turn this into a game. Those combos and stuff. You can probably install this into Mugen, that fighting game thing on PC that you can add characters in. This looks more like SNK versus Street Fighter when you look at like the characters' designs and stuff. Or SNK versus Capcom, I guess would be more accurate. He slapped the hell out of him with that, with those tentacles. And everybody dies. Game over.
Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind's Gabriel M. I'd also like to thank Miss X and MLG Avocado / Biffweed for helping out with the research / notes. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. I'm not exactly sure how scary sprite animation.
That song was very
could be,
appropriate,
but I do
actually.
know how scary post-analysis Flame Wars could be, which makes it now.
If there's anybody out there that knows the origins of that song Maniac, that's very accurate.
Time for the scariest part of the video, the Flame War response to Jason Voorhees winning. The three biggest things that you need to understand is that circumstance, location, and incarnation played a huge role in Jason's victory. While pretty much every character on this roster has some sort of no limits fallacy demon resurrecting hacks that could make this battle pretty much endless, a battle winner would have to be chosen on who can survive the longest without dying or decapitating at least once. And to be fair, the Xenomorph Queen and the Predator probably have the best stats in Arsenal among everyone on this roster, but remember, this is a free-for-all. Let me put it like this, if we threw everyone into a cage, the Xenomorph Queen and the Predator will most likely, if not certainly, choose to fight each other immediately. They have a nasty rivalry and a natural connection to hate each other and fight each other the most. This is important to understand because in such a battle, one of them is going to die, and whoever walks out alive is going to be extremely battered, as it is a close fight. Spoiler alert, but in the movie, they were both kinda even, and in the last battle, while the alien queen may have ended up drowning and dead, we don't see her die on screen, but it might have been implied. And both creatures are very close in stats, to the point where after they naturally go for each other's throats, it doesn't matter who comes out alive because the survivor is close to death anyway. Jason, Michael, and Freddy are naturally going to go after each other right away as well. Jason has a clear advantage over Freddy since Freddy won't have access to the dream world. Myers may be the embodiment of evil, but there's still something very human about him. You realize that in the vulnerable way he conducts himself, moving cautiously and stalking people for hours at a time, he's clearly still a human, although one possessed by evil. Jason is a wild savage. He charges into everything and fights brutally. He would just rip Myers apart. He's also much more resistant to injury, so Myers' usual tricks really wouldn't work. He could take Myers' knife or garroting wire and just keep tricking him. Jason essentially has a first-class demon attached to his soul, this being why it's so easy for him to resurrect again and again and again and again. This being the case, stabbing him, punching him, crushing him, none of it will matter in regards to Jason versus Michael. And I need to make it clear that regenerating while still alive is different than dying and resurrecting. Thus, Jason will overpower Myers, and let's not forget Jason was strong enough to literally punch someone's head off. This leaves us with Jason, movie Slenderman, Pinhead, and Ash Williams. Ash Williams, while has shown superhuman feats of speed, dodging bullets, and his durability is wall level, which is crazy for a human, he lacks the regeneration hacks that most of his competition on this roster has. Movie Slenderman has no evidence of being more durable than Creepypasta Slenderman, and if that's any indicator, you know he's not gonna last long, as he has far worse feats compared to his Creepypasta counterpart. And that leaves us with Jason versus Pinhead. Pinhead is going to be Jason's biggest competition, and this is a super close call between Pinhead and Jason for that #1 crown. Pinhead in the original Hellbound Hearts book can be argued as planet level, but in the movies his stats are fairly close to Jason's. What separates Pinhead from Jason is that Pinhead can revert back down to his human form. All it really takes is for Jason to take the Lamet configuration box from Pinhead and use it against him. Solving the box isn't exactly a matter of educational or mathematical intelligence. Rather, it takes an evil-wielded or controlled spirit to harness its power. I do believe that the demon inside Jason can handle the box quite well on its own. While they are from different universes, so the layering and leveling of dimensional demons is not consistent, if a normal human like Elliot can do it with some conditioning, Jason should be fine with handling it, in my opinion. Physically taking the box from Pinhead will be a challenge, but it won't be impossible, especially since it'll be tough to multitask hiding the box and blocking attacks at the same time. Once Pinhead becomes Elliot again, Jason is essentially victorious, making the winner of this Rumble, Jason Voorhees. Now hopefully you did enjoy this Halloween special, and next Halloween, if you want to see a rematch with a larger roster in a different circumstance, all you have to do is like this video. If this video gets 5,000 likes, we'll have a bigger and better free-for-all for next October. Don't forget to comment down your own ideas, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed. On the next episode of Rewind Rumble.
Batman, Mickey Mouse, Garnet, and I don't know why I don't recognize her. Oh, they added a Midoriya.
Hey!
All right, they added Midoriya to the fight. That's what's up. Let me go ahead and give you my analysis. Well, first let me talk about this video. I did like it. I liked the animation. I liked the way that they pretty much presented themselves. They don't really tell as many jokes as Screw Attack and their Death Battle series. I wish they went a little more into like feats and things like that. They do talk about strengths and stuff, but it's a lot easier when you can compare the actual feats that they committed. Also, depending on what movie you take the character from, it could like really change the way the outcome turns out, because Michael Myers, the beginning of the series, is just a human, but then they add more to him as time goes on. And the same can be said for Jason. Sometimes they add more weaknesses to the character as time goes on. If Freddy's not in the dream world, then I think that he probably has one of the weakest chances of surviving. I think that Freddy would be the weakest. I think Ash would probably be the second weakest. What were the other characters that were in there? I think that Pinhead, the Alien Queen, and the Predator are probably the top ones that can likely win it. I mean, if you're going to give Jason his immortality ability, then he pretty much always wins, unless the planet like explodes, I guess. But I mean, that's kind of cheating. I would probably take that out of it. And Michael Myers, I mean, he is like just a human. If I were to use the character, I'm going to use the one from Halloween 1 and the remake of 2 that just came out. So he would still be human. I mean, he is a psychopath, so he doesn't really have emotion, so he's not going to really experience fear. He's not going to know his situation and whether or not it's dire or not. So it makes him more of a person that's willing to get in there and do damage, I guess. Now, he does have super strength. I'm not sure how the hell they explain his superhuman strength. That to me, that means that he could probably take out Freddy, and he could probably take out Ash too. As far as other people, I don't think he would probably last too long. So from top to bottom, I would say Pinhead, depending on where they take him from, they said that the comics he's stronger, so he probably would end up being the toughest one out of everyone. And then Alien Queen, and then Predator, and then Jason, and then I would have Michael Myers, then I would have Ash, then I would have Freddy. Now, if anybody else has a different order, be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to comment on the videos, and be sure to check out Rewind Rumble. There's always a link at the end of the video, so you can click on that to subscribe to their channel, or you can go to their channel and check out these videos. Make sure you hit that like button so that they can do some more Halloween-themed verse battles, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, be sure to subscribe to them. This video, despite all the quality and stuff, as of right now, they only have 41,000 subscribers. That's extremely low for all the work that they put in this video. I think that they could be easily a million subscribed channel. That's pretty much it. If you guys want to see more of me, I'll be doing live streams, usually about 7 p.m. I might end up having to do it later today, probably like 8, because this is kind of late. I had an appointment with some people that had to come in and do an inspection of the house and the fire alarms and stuff, so I wasn't able to record earlier. So be sure to look out for my live stream. I'll be playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and probably after midnight I will be playing some old school Super Nintendo scary themed games. Or at least that's my plan. If I don't get it at midnight, then I'll get it tomorrow in the afternoon and evening. Anyway, that's been this video. I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. I'm signing out. Deuces.